I'm Paul Messina in Greenwich Village at McDougal and Bleecker, once the crossroads of the Beat generation.
The streets used to be jammed and crowded with people walking up and down. Every place you went, there was music playing of all different kinds.
Musician Adira Amram has composed more than 100 orchestral and chamber music works, but some know him best as a friend and contemporary of Allen Ginsberg and Jack Kerouac, famed writers who captured the essence of the Beat generation. You might call them beatniks, but hold on, Amram says beatnik is derogatory.
The whole idea of what they called the Beat generation was really to celebrate Jack's idea of the beatitude, of the sacredness of life.
So in celebration of the creative vibes in Greenwich Village, Amram took us for a walk down McDougal Street, a street he once knew well.
And walking down McDougal Street sometimes would take an hour or two. One night Odetta and I stood out here for 3 hours and never got off the corner of the block, just talking to people that came by.
It was a time of great creativity spurred on by the sharing of ideas in the coffee houses here. So it should be no surprise that it was here in Greenwich Village that Amram and Jack Kerouac performed the first jazz poetry reading.
We did that first jazz poetry reading 41 years ago, a few blocks from here, never dreaming it would become a national fad.
Yet it did. And 41 years later, some of the old crowd and the new crowd gathered for a reunion of sorts at one of their old haunts, Le Figaro Cafe.
I said to myself, wow, what'll Denver be like? I got on that hot road.
As Amram played, he was accompanied by readings from Kerouac's book, On the Road.
And Sherry started to play his chords. And they rolled out of his piano like great rich showers. You think the man wouldn't have time to line them up, because they rolled, and they rolled like the sea.
But in addition to the people and the creativity, it's the neighborhood that Amram remembers fondly.
I'm glad to see that it's still here. Mostly I feel blessed that I have the memories of when it was a special place in our lives.
There's just one more thing you should know. Amram passes this advice along from Kerouac, Ginsberg, Thelonious Monk, and Charlie Parker.
Which is, if you're told what you're doing is hopeless, it's a waste of time, and there's no future in it, perhaps the people who are telling you that love you, they might even be related to you, and they might care about you, but hang out with somebody else.
In Greenwich Village, Paul Messina, New York 1.
So with that song to make you crazy, it's only a way of saying, pull my daisy, yes sir, I'll pull my daisy to my cup. All my doors are open.